Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're jumping down into the charts for Ethereum, taking a look at what's been going on most recently and what we might expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Now if you have not yet joined us in Discord, the link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check that out today. Also in the description down below you're going to find links to our Patreon services. This is a fantastic way of seeing what me and Chris are up to with our buy and sell signals, our staking alerts, along with our accumulation zones and exit targets. Also we have project reviews, twice weekly AMAs, and even trading. So if this is your bag, why not check those out as well. And of course guys, in the description down below, the new Cheeky podcast. If you haven't already checked this one out, definitely something I think you're going to want to go ahead and find out more about. It is a fantastic way to stay up to date with absolutely everything crypto whilst on your daily commute to the office. Guys, in the description down below, check it out. Okay, let's waste no more time though. Let's jump right into this. Ethereum paired up with USDT on the hourly chart. Binance is the data source. Now for Ethereum, we are kind of in a state of flux here. It's been a very slow weekend in the same way that it has been for Bitcoin, and we are kind of waiting for one of two things to happen: either continue our motion to the upside where we actually see our typical wave 2 hit, or alternatively actually drop down and confirm that we've started wave 3. As you can see, we've got two dashed lines on here. This low one comes in at 998 and the upper line comes in at 1117. Essentially we're just trading right between these two lines, and if I actually throw on here the 𝗕𝗂𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 for example, you can see that we're about to test the lower band, so I do expect an upper end move. We can also see that we're oversold on the stochastic RSI, so essentially I'm thinking that we are likely to move on up today, just a fraction. Whether or not we can push up higher than 1117 is yet to be seen though. Essentially I'm thinking this is a three-wave complex correction for this wave 2 move. Okay, so this is kind of what we're looking for and what we're kind of trying to target, but of course, you know, if we do drop down lower than 998, that would invalidate our wave 2 and basically just means that it actually is complete up here at our level of $117. Okay, meaning that all of this is actually now just moving down into our wave 3 lows. Okay, so I'll park that up there for now, so you can kind of get an idea. Now this complex move just here could be a wave 2 of a third wave move coming down. Okay, without overcomplicating that, I'll just draw it up to make you aware of what I'm talking about. Essentially this could be our wave 1 dropping down here, this could be our wave 2 coming up, and then we drop into 3, 4, and then finally 5. Right, on this note though, it would be shallow. It would mean that we probably wouldn't come down as low as we were thinking about under this particular circumstance. So, you know, I'm still thinking that this is still a wave 2 move to the upside here. So, you know, I don't want to rule that out just yet, but these are the two levels that we're looking for. Anything higher than $117 confirms that we're still in wave 2, and anything lower than 998 basically tells us that we're going down into this wave 3, dropping down lower. Okay, so for Ethereum, nothing much there has really changed. It's been quite a slow and boring kind of sideways trade, and if you actually throw on those Bollinger Bands, you can kind of see here we're basically just bouncing between the two bands. A little bit of a contraction here, a little bit of a surge up, pulling back down to the lower band, probably going to surge back up again today. So again, nothing too much to really worry about there. It's just kind of trading sideways, very slow weekend. And again, this is also evident from the volume, when you can start to see here that there's volume that took us up initially and has only really decreased ever since, right? This weekend has kind of started. So slow weekend on the 4th of July weekend for the US, so you know, nothing much really going on there. So I'll just take the volume off. Now when we come up into our 4-hour chart and we throw that stochastic RSI back into play, here you can see that we are very much in need of our correction to the downside. Okay, however, we can of course push up before we pull back down, so I'm not overly concerned here with this one, but it does need to see that correction come back down. Now the 8-hour, if it loads, there we go, is almost up in the overbought area. So again, is indicating that we are likely to see this third wave down very, very soon. So, it's very, very much likely that we might not really hit those high points that we're expecting, anything above 1117 or 1117. So we should be cautious here, right? We want to be really cautious, knowing that the trend of the market is very much down. Anything going up is counter to the trend. Okay, so we understand that. We can obviously use proper risk management. Now, on our daily, we can see that we're correcting down, which means by the time we actually get down to our lows, we should actually pretty much be in an oversold status for our daily stochastic RSI. Okay, our weekly is weekly is actually oversold already, and our monthly is oversold already. So what we're talking about here is really finessing those kind of final low points, right? Really talking about bringing us down into this low, which is between $700 and $800 at the moment. Still possible that it drops down lower afterwards, in the same way that Bitcoin could drop down lower after 15K, for example. But essentially, we need confirmation of what's going on next. And there's a high probability in my mind that we are going to be dropping down towards our wave 3 lows very, very soon. Now, these are just estimates, but they were based on the kind of the move upwards, so they all relate to each other. If we don't actually go up higher than 1117, then this wave 3 would be higher. Okay, so we can't really draw too much conclusion about these things. I mean, finessing this, technically we were talking about dropping down to about 712 up to about 755, but again, it's all subject to change. Right now, what we're doing is we're just trying to see whether or not we can push up into this little yellow box area between 1130 and 1242. I think there's a chance of this, but I think there's a low probability. Remember, is it going against the trend? Anything going up is counter to trend. So, I think we're getting very close to a point where shorting the market, if you're a leverage trader, is kind of going to be the thing to do. Obviously, I don't promote leverage. I don't use leverage personally. It's not something that I do. I think it's high risk. But in these markets where the trend is to the downside, it is kind of one of the things that many traders will tend to do. So looking at it, I definitely wouldn't be opening up any kind of long positions or looking to buy on short-term trades to the upside. I think there's high risk there. Instead, I'll be waiting to look at any potential moves to the downside personally. So looking at that, that's kind of where things sit with Ethereum at the moment. Now, just a gentle reminder that I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot offer you financial advice. All I can do is tell you my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I see it. None of this should be considered financial advice. Definitely do not buy or sell on anything that I do here in these videos. You should definitely do your own research and you should come to your own conclusions. Maybe even consult your own financial advisor. Guys, I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.